From the perspective of an ethical hacker, system hacking is all about detecting vulnerabilities which an attacker can exploit in an individual or an organization systems. And an attacker has, as from an ethical point of view, from an attacker's perspective, there are 5 steps that can actually be used to compromise a system. The first is the information gathering, which has to do with getting details about the target system that has to be hacked. And then the second is scanning, that has to do with getting details of the active systems and vulnerabilities involved. And these vulnerabilities may be open ports, sensitive details, and so on. Then the third is gaining access to the system, in an unauthorized manner. Then the fourth is maintaining access to this target system. And then the fifth is covering tracks so that the attacker will not, or the hacker will not be discovered by the incident response team or the forensics team. So, but in general, an ethical hacker is expected to hack a system and discover all vulnerabilities before a hacker should be able to do that. And then the company or organization, the company or individual that is involved should be able to now apply remediations from these vulnerabilities that were discovered by the ethical hacker, and then apply patches as well, and every other thing that needs to be done to make sure that every means of a bad or harmful attacker is eliminated to prevent them from compromising the system. Okay, one thing for sure is that the cloud devices, IoT devices, and even these new technologies that come out every day and they emerge and transform our daily lives. These technologies bring about attack vectors as well. They also make attack vectors to be developed while these new technologies evolve. And then as an ethical hacker, it's expected that you keep updating your skills in penetration testing. And because as these new technologies evolve, they come up with new attack methodologies to be able to compromise them. So an attacker, an ethical hacker, is expected to keep improving their skills so as to add more value to the organization and help protect their systems. And the way to do this is to keep attending trainings, enrolling in different courses that is related to cybersecurity. As much as possible, as much training, cybersecurity training and courses as possible should be done to improve the knowledge base and experience. And then it's also important to stay up to date with cyber threat news, blogs, and podcasts. This system I know that I've encountered that is more vulnerable than the others is the IoT device that we use in our homes, offices, transport, hospitals, and other places. And then the OT SCADA, that is the industrial control systems that are used in manufacturing equipment. These systems are more vulnerable than others because security is not put into considerations when these systems are developed. And then most of the systems have outdated. Most of the systems are outdated legacy systems, and I also found out that the updates and patches being done that is required to be done for these systems are usually not done in the way the IT infrastructure do theirs, because most industries do not want to risk their production activities or interrupt their production chain because they want to apply untested patches. So that is why most of those systems, the OT, SCADA, IoT, most of them are so vulnerable and easy for attackers to exploit. Okay, my preferred attack platform is the Kali Linux box. This is because it's loaded with a lot of penetration testing tools that has to do with network penetration testing, web application testing, even the mobile app penetration testing tools can be seen in this Kali box, and then vulnerability scanners as well, and so many other types of tools. So even from this Kali Linux box, an ethical hacker will be able to learn a lot about command line and about scripting. So generally, using the Kali Linux box is very rewarding. Okay, the tools I will recommend for somebody learning the system hacking is a lot, actually. There are so much. I'll start with the NMAP tool, which can be used for network scanning, the Wireshark for capturing traffic, the Metasploit for scanning and vulnerability assessment, and we have the Nexus scanners, Nexus and Qualys guard. We have the Burp Suite that can be used for both scanning and for web application testing, even mobile application testing. And then we have the Ripper and Hydra tool, which are used for password cracking. There are so many of them. So these are just the ones I'll mention for now. But we can actually search for more when we want to do that or when we want to learn. There's so much out there to use, and then these tools help us to get to gather information about the target systems, and also scan the systems for vulnerabilities, and at the same time gain unauthorized access to these systems. But generally, is also very important to know a lot about the Kali Linux box itself and the tools that are installed in them, because it's only through this means that you will be able to get an overall understanding and the experience that is required to be able to carry out system hacking. Aside the normal traditional security measures, which we know that which is the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, which helps to boost a company's security posture, is also very important that a company practices security by design. When we say security by design, we mean ensuring that every system and all of its components are created right from the scratch, right from the beginning, at the start, with security being put in mind when designing them. So this will help to facilitate security generally, and then it will help the developers and the IT security professionals to be able to detect vulnerabilities early enough, and then apply the necessary patches that are required for the systems. Then secondly, in as much as companies rush to put out their products out there and stay competitive, it's very important that companies put into consideration the security implication of those products. It's very important that they address the security concerns for any of their products or any of their systems, so that any security flaw can be detected and eliminated to avoid being exploited or to avoid system compromise by attackers on those products or systems. System selection really impacts cybersecurity in the sense that when selecting the hardwares, the softwares, or even services that are needed to be able to deploy a system, there are certain things that are usually put into consideration, and it has to do with the system compatibility, system capability, the storage concerns, even customer requirements, and so many other factors that have to be considered. And the issue is that when considering all these things, is usually not in line with the expected security requirements. And at the end of the day, we find out that vulnerable systems are deployed within the organization. Countermeasures for preventing system hacking, there are a lot, but we'll mention a few. First is enabling information security audit that will help to track and monitor all password cracking and attacks, and then implementing two-factor authentication within the organization helps. And then another is the implementation of the principle of least privileged when accessing a system, because the principle of least privilege will help to make sure that users are only assigned to resources or what they need to work, and not more than that. And then another countermeasure is making sure that a strong password policy is implemented, so that users will be able to log on to their system securely with complex passwords. Also, deploying a lot of security tools, which can be intrusion detection systems, the endpoint detection and response systems, the antivirus. There are so many of them. The SIEM tool, that's the security information and events management tool. Deploying all this for monitoring the systems will help to secure them and to know when something goes wrong in terms of security on the network. Then another is encrypting sensitive details on the systems, and so many of them. So this will generally help to address the security situation of all systems within an organization.